Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, March, what date is it? 11th. Yes, I'm not bad with dates. Friday, March 11th, 2016, I hope. Unless I've slept for a year, in which case I've got problems. So that means only one thing. I'll switch scenes now so that... Hello! I had a shower this morning, so my hair's all fluffy and light for once. Means only one thing. I get to suffer through hell. If Project Cars wants to... There we go, it's launching now. I was kind of concerned that Project Cars didn't want to launch. I'm going to turn off the music on Fubar, because that really distracts me when I'm driving. I've done something silly. It's 2039. Well, that means I'm in a lot of trouble, Welsh. I think I've crashed Project Cars. I think I've caused yeah, I've crashed Project Cars. Have I? Well, I've definitely done it now. Yeah, if it's anything other than 2016, I've got problems. I got a court summons in the mail today for jury duty for April 18th. So I have the joy of having to show up at a courtroom on April 18th. At like 10 in the morning, which means I gotta get up stupid early. I was doing a bit of messing with this beast. The Delara DW12 Indy car. A couple of nights ago. This thing is silly. I like it. That has an Indy 500 sign on it. I wonder if Indy is still coming to Redicart. Have I got a suit? Of course I got a suit, dude. I've been through enough stuff that needs a suit in the last few months. That suit has got so much wear in the last 4 months. It's not even funny. So we're going to start off today with the BMW 2002 Stanceworks edition that I can't control, because why should I start off with a car I can actually control? There may be some comedy today, because I tidied my room last night. I did it. Downside is, I tidied my room the day before. I definitely do not need my chair moving. Now my chair can move. Do I like Family Guy? I can go with or without. Let's take the second gear. Let's just check my calibrations are good. Yep. An auspicious start right there. An auspicious start indeed. You know, I'm gonna move my webcam real quick. I gotta just shift my webcam down so you guys can see the wheel and stuff. There we go. Well, you can't see me shifter unless I shift it over this way a tad, like so. And knock it down a bit farther, like so. Except now you can't see me. Well, this will kind of have to do. So, shifter. This thing doesn't need clutch. You can see my inputs now at least. I'm gonna take off the overlay just to make things a bit clearer. You can see my face now. So this is probably gonna be the only day I don't use the overlay. So yeah, the one day I get up at a reasonable time and I get bad news through the post. It's sod's law, really, isn't it? It's been, oh my god, I haven't seen. Dude, with the stuff that's been going on the last few months, it's pretty obvious I had it soon. And it's a nice suit as well. It's actually a really nice suit, I must admit. You still can't imagine me in a suit. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I can imagine you in a lab coat, you'd kind of look like the Michelin Man, I think. Especially if you got like a puffer jacket lab coat thing going on. For some reason. So I'm gonna try and get this thing around first off today. And I've kind of decided that I'm not gonna do the DW12 today because that's too much fun to do today. Oh dear! That's slightly insulting. Yes, but it's not wrong, is it? Especially if you wore like a puffer jacket. Because puffer jackets make everyone freaking huge. These tires just have no grip whatsoever. I was playing this the other night and I was on Skype with Nivo, and he noticed that my hands were just jolting around at random. Sometimes that's me correcting slides, sometimes that's the force feedback going a bit mental on me. It really depends on the car. With the DW12, it's a combination of both. Let's keep tight, let's keep tight, let's keep tight, let's go loose. Okay, okay. Whoa, very loose. Yeah, go eat a pint of ice cream. That's definitely not going to help. Okay. Actually, it would look like a marshmallow. Come to think of it. You'd look like a really funky one if you were wearing on my old one of mine, which I think I still have. Because I do have a couple of lab coats downstairs, I think, unless they got thrown out. And let's just say that bacterial stains do not come out. Like for gram stains and all that. Those kind of stains do not come out. Yo Sykes, I am running a Logitech G27. Completely standard, no mods at all. And I'm struggling. This thing is... So if you're new to the whole Project Hell thing that I've got going on, welcome. This is kind of what happens a lot. Project Hell is me trying to get every car in Project Cars around the Nurburgring, including all the DLC cars, regardless of whether or not they're actually supposed to get around here. I know the Red Bull isn't supposed to be able to get around this place, like in real life, but I'm confident I can get that thing around. If I can get the go-karts around, I can get the Red Bull around. I'm on PC. Whoa! This thing just... When this thing goes, it really goes. It's either like straight forward or backwards. There's no kind of in between, unless I'm just crap at saving the slides. And I do have I think I'm just trying to come through half these corners far too hot. or I let the rear end get too light or something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with it. But I think it's just that I'm letting the rear end get too light. And now I can just leave this thing brush off and have some water. Getting an awful feeling I didn't clean that properly. There's an awful sour taste out of that out of that jar. You'd think this thing could go faster than 237 kph, but apparently not. Did the Homer back turn up on Steam last night? Yes, it did, Stu. Within 5 minutes of me stopping the stream last night, the Homer pack appeared. And just for the benefit of Sykes, if he's still in chat over on Twitch, I am streaming on YouTube at the moment as well, so I will be referencing 2 different chats. Because I hate when I show up in a Twitch chat and they're talking to a different chat that I can't see. So just for just for the benefit of anybody watching on Twitch, I do have 2 chat rooms open. YouTube and Twitch. So this is a hot lap, or should be. Still good in theory. Still good. I do have real assists, and I'm using whatever gearbox the car would have in real life. So this is a 1973 BMW. This thing wouldn't exactly have a paddle shift or any kind of sequential. This thing would just be clutch and hope for the best. Clutch, hit the stick, hope you're hitting it into the right gear. I am also manually flipping the downshifts. Which I am getting quite good at, I must admit. Okay, that was me being a bit too aggressive on the downshifts. That was all my bad. And that time that was me being... Well, that's that lap gone. Let's get back to the start line. I think I've finally learned what I was doing wrong with this thing. I say that as I spin. See if I can... I'm gonna get the speed up to do something. Yes! Bump start! It's funny, it sounds like there's a lot more drama going on than there actually is. Yeah, I think they're changing fools in ETS 2. Yep. Oh, there's a big lockup, and it's probably faster to just return to the pit box. Let's see what the hell is going on with this. Let's reset the setup, because I think I fiddled it. Yeah, I fiddled it last night, or last week. Let's try with default setup again, which I think is even more oversteery. Oh, default setup just hates bumps more. That's probably worth knowing. Guess I forgot to set themselves offline on Steam. So some of these cars I've never driven, this is one of them, and well, I drove this last week for a while, but I'm not really after getting the hang of it yet. It seems like I need to keep the revs going just to keep the car somewhat stable. It actually seems like I need to have my foot at least partially on the throttle. How come I missed out the Stanceworks BMW? This is the Stanceworks BMW. I went back to this last week. I kind of skipped forward because I was getting really annoyed with this one. And I went to the quote-unquote stock BMW just to see if I could learn anything from it. The answer was no. Wasn't anything to be learned from going to the stock BMW. You're wide awake for a change too? Same here. I actually woke up at a reasonable hour. Well, unreasonable hour. Woke up at like 6:30 this morning. I've been up since like 10, 11, 12? Till 11 o'clock. So I had time to wash some stuff that I meant to wash for ages. And get ready to stream at the actual time that I plan on going live most days. Your dog woke you up at 11. Well, it's better than being in bed half the day, Stu. I've just realised the tyres that are on this are 2002 Stanceworks edition tyres. So they're purpose-coded tyres for this car, apparently. Not that you'd get it. You woke up at 10:45. I either wake up stupidly late or stupidly early. There's no middle ground. You sleep on a sofa, bad back in bed. I have the opposite problem. I can't really sleep on a sofa. Oddly, I'm most comfortable like in a tent somewhere on the ground with a little ground mat underneath me, because that's about as hard as you can get the ground to be. I think I am learning this car, however. 3 car crashes and 1 motorbike crash, your back is buggered. Yes, Stu, I would recommend you just don't drive anymore. That's life telling you you should not be driving. Car went into you on the bike. Well, that sucks. Not entirely sure how I managed to lose that. It was there. You didn't wake up till 9 o'clock. Somebody started a fire in the laundry room last night. Who puts 2 comforters into a dryer? At most 1, and then it's by itself. You put the clothes in separately. You don't want everything running into everything else. There's something going on with dryers catching fire. I hope not. We've got a new tumble dryer. I made like €8 out of the old one though. Just by you know the loose change that ends up in a dryer, because you know loose change always ends up in the end of the tumble dryer. There was like €8 in ours, and I was quite happy with that. Did I clean my room last night? Yes! Finally! Downside is now my chair can move. My chair is now freewheeling around. So, upside is I've got a tidy room. Downside is I can freewheel around the place a bit. Which isn't particularly handy when I'm braking heavily. I've only got 1 light on the wheel. Technically 2, I guess. And brake. And I managed to knock up. You take a wash into your mother's. I leave mine pile up and then give like 6 washes worth of clothes all at once. wash clothes in the bathtub because you don't have money to wash clothes in the laundry room. You'll probably end up with a better wash welch. A lot of those laundry rooms, the machines are a bit under-maintained, so they don't exactly give you the best wash. Plus, you're not damaging your clothes by hand washing them. I think part of my problem is that I'm overreacting to small skids. Yeah, I think that is exactly the problem. Is I just need to lay off the throttle a small bit if I feel a really particularly big skid happening. You only come here for the crashes. I'm hoping you'll be disappointed today, Stu. I really am. And if you want something insane, I can always crack out the DW12. That thing is really insane. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can actually hear the brakes. I can hear the brakes squeaking. Which kind of indicates to me this thing doesn't have particularly good brakes. Either that or they're completely shot. Which at 500 degrees they probably actually are. That was a good save, I have to admit, that was a good save. Just keep it nice and tight. I'm having to lift in places that I never have to lift in any other car with this thing. Coming through there in third gear, super slow. Hey, don't you complain about Nightbot Welch? It's pimping my other stream. That was a good carousel. That was a really good carousel that time. And if you're wondering how I know when to downshift, I actually don't, I'm just guessing at random. So I feel like the car isn't giving me enough power. I'll just swap down a gear and see what happens. When I hear the revs are particularly low. I honestly don't mind this being a slow lap. Instead, as I shift into fourth. By mistake. Lap is still good. Come on! Come on, Stansworks Beamer, you can do this. Come on, you're almost there. Almost there, Stansworks Beamer, come on. Hey! half a donut's better than no donuts at all. So eventually, the Stansworks 2002 did it in 8:36.718, which is hilariously actually quite fast for a car I've struggled with so much. Yes, I want to quit the session. What's up next? Oh god, the 320 touring car. So I'm gonna play an ad on YouTube real quick and just update the no epic crashes yet, Stu. So that's a 836.718. 836.718. And that's the Google Doc updated. You can access the Google Doc at exclamation mark Project Hell all one word, in either chat, and the bots will get round to giving you a link, hopefully. 2-minute ad. I've turned off unskippable ads. I think I've turned off long ones as well. Oh, I can't turn off long ads. It's a skippable one. At least it's skippable. It could be worse. So next up is the BMW 320 touring car. This thing is front wheel drive. It's rear wheel drive. This thing feels like it's front wheel drive. Front engine with a straight 4. What else? That something like this? It's a V6. 310 horsepower. Slow enough car. 50-50 weight balance because it's a touring car. Reasonably heavy, reasonable wheelbase, and quite slow top speed of 267 kilometers an hour. So let's get going. I believe a Toka car, yes. Also, Stu, you just said touring car. This is a Toka. It's actually the BMW from the World Touring Car Championship. This thing is sequential. This thing does not like me driving it like it's not a... Okay, let's get to the pit box and restart. That didn't happen. I had no crash. It's from Toka 2. No, it's a modern touring car. Hopefully that's the only crash too. This thing has a lot of power, but it performs like a front wheel drive. That's why I was under the impression it was. Needs airbag explosions. That probably wouldn't be good for me or the graphics of the game. So the whistling you can hear is actually the gearbox. Or transmission even, whichever you want to call it. Let's keep going. This thing is a bit insane at times. It just has no grip and then suddenly has all of the grip. No grip? Still just a no grip into the... Just increase the front brake bias and see if that helps. fastest part of the track right now, except the super long straight, but I'm not counting that as really a fast part of the track. These are the fastest corners. To the carousel. This thing sounds really nice, I have to admit. I always have liked the sound of touring cars. I just haven't necessarily enjoyed the handling and performance of them in games. Well, they do sound proper fast. What kind of steering wheel do I have, Ush? I have a Logitech G27. It's really good. I would recommend it. Sorry about a long delay in between saying what kind of wheel I have and my thoughts on it. Yeah, it's a really good wheel. Good. A lot of people have been saying it's a good beginner's wheel. It's definitely a good all-rounder. You already have one. Nice. Nothing beats a good G27. It does look completely different from the back though. You wouldn't recognize it as a G27 from the back. This is going to be bordering on an 8-minute lap. I mean even the fast one, because that's max speed. I've maxed out. Got a good rhythm though. This is actually a really nice performing car. You like it, but it doesn't hook up to Farm Sim. You need to calibrate it and turn on. You need to set up all the controls yourself, Welch. And there is actually an option, the options menu, saying like wheel on or off. So if you didn't know about that, you won't have a working G27 no matter what you do with Farm Sim. Because I forgot that yesterday when I reinstalled Farm Sim. Completely forgot that I needed to reset the wheel option. I was wondering why it wasn't working while I was doing a bit of pre-stream testing. You didn't know about the option. It's kind of cheeky and lazy of Giants to do that. Just hide away an actually important option somewhere. I think it's in like MISC somewhere. Oh, I've just had a look at what the next car is, and Stu is gonna be happy. Stu, you're going to be so happy when you see the next car up. Especially when I do one or two small little setup tweaks to it. You'll find out why, hopefully in a few minutes. Nivo's gone to look at what's next. Oh, I have not just ruined this lap. I have not just ruined this lap. Currently in the BMW 320 TC touring car. Technically that's the BMW. I just said the BMW 320 touring car. Well done me. But it's easier to say BMW 320 touring car. Well, yeah. Next up is the BMW 320 Turbo Group 5. And that's an insane little beast from the 80s. Yeah, the McLaren F1 will be up. Both of them. Oh, just the old one. Well, technically both, because the road and the long tail version are both in the game. The P1 is I'm terrified of the P1. That thing is going to be insane. I don't know how I'm gonna get the P1 stopped at the end of the lap. But suffice it to say, I will be using the weirdest braking point ever for the last two corners. I've tested the speed of it. And the brakes do not match the rest of the car on the P1. Didn't really need to brake there. Possibly even for the second corner. This one I do. That one does need to be stopped up a bit. The McLaren F1s, though, perform really well in comparison to the Group 5s. And the 320, the car's up next, is going to be the first of the Group 5s, you'll see. You'll find out why I'm kind of scared of it and why I think Stu will enjoy it. Ooh. Gone. Conked it. Well, that's around the lap now, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Well done, me. Ruined the lap 6 minutes in. Just get around the rest of the lap as quickly as possible. I'm only a tiny bit peeved at that. So at the P1 I'll probably have to start braking back here. I'm just pushing this car as hard as I can right now. Oh yeah! I actually thought it was older still. But yeah, the Nurburgring Nordschleife with the old Südschleife opened up back in 1927. Rushing the ruined lap and he's driving better than ever. That's called the red mist, Nevo. It's a legendary thing among anyone to do with racing is a driver gets annoyed and then starts then suddenly just gains 3 seconds a lap or something. Because the red mist descends and it's just instinct. It's something to behold when I really get red misty. Because that was just me being a bit salty. Did not ruin this lap as well. Didn't. Okay, so this car just doesn't have the downforce to do what I was trying to do there. What the? Gonna try something really stupid here. Just because this lap's already ruined. Gonna try something really, really stupid. Yeah, that didn't work at all.
Go, go, go!
Let's go again. Dang it, cold tires. Get these brakes up to temperature before I even go anywhere. So I'm wondering what the tire model is like, that if I'm heating up the brakes, like this should be heating up the tires easy. It should be heating up the tires, but it's apparently not. Oh, it is. I think everyone is waiting for me to crash. Or they got bored of me trying to warm up my tires. Even I was quiet there because I kind of forgot I was live streaming. But it looks like the tire warming helped. The brakes are definitely tires aren't as warm as I'd like. I really wish that this thing had soft tires. I don't think it does. I think it's just slicks I can get. Oh, this thing is rear-wheel drive. Who knew? Oh, it's really weird driving from third person. Really weird. That's really weird. I'm gonna pause the game real quick because I want to move XSplit a small bit and I want to just check something that's appeared on my phone. Also, I want to get the live view up. There we go. I just want to check something because something's appeared on my phone that's mildly confusing. Oh. Apparently Ben Carson now supports Donald Trump. Who cares? But something interesting had happened to him. Thought he claimed the pyramids were grain stores again or something like that. That was boring. Let's continue on. The damage should only be aesthetic, so it shouldn't be affecting my the car's performance too much. Any damage you do have, of course. It's just set to aesthetics. But the reason I occasionally just decide to reset the car is just to get another full tank of fuel, new tires, and I always kind of find that if there's damage on the bonnet, it's distracting as hell. So let's see how we do this time. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be it. This is gonna do it. That was not the best way to take that corner, but it'll do. This is a vicious bit of the track here because the car tries to jump multiple times. Especially that corner. There's actually a big bump on the apex, which is why I commonly slow down. Is just to try and. If I think the car's got enough downforce that it will just ignore the bump, I'll go into that full flat out and hope I can get the brakes on in time on the other side. Do I know who Caesar Milan is? Is that the dude that talks to dogs? Is that the dog dude? The dog whisperer, the dog diddler, or whatever he calls himself. Is that Caesar Milan, or am I thinking of somebody else? That's Caesar Milan. Good. I guess the answer is yes then. Why? Is there a follow-up question, or were you just asking if I know who he was? Or who he is? I have the feeling he's done something extremely stupid. You saw him get bitten on YouTube. Ooh! That was a nasty little snap. This car is actually trying to behave. Well, it's trying not to at times. Your Jack Russell would tear him a new one. I'd like to see him contending with our cat, because our cat will only ever answer to like 2 people. Like, he was sat with my sister for a good hour and a half last night after dinner. And she, you know, she got him to go down and back onto the floor. And no sooner had I said, you know, told him, oh, you can say my lad, he was out the door and ready to go out into the street again. Because our cat is semi-wild. Why am I in no way surprised by that, Welsh? Because I always thought his methods were running on the borderline. I always thought his man's methods were a bit questionable, so that doesn't really surprise me that he is under investigation. Yes, Stu, if you're telling a dog or a cat to not do something and trying negative reinforcement, what you do is you just boop their nose. Just give them a little boop on the nose. Because they really don't like that, but it's not gonna hurt them at the same time. As opposed to like flat out hitting them. No matter who's doing that, I think that's cruelty. You clouted the dog on one video you saw and you went right off him. Yeah, he just smacks dogs. You give him a little bop. You say no and give him a little tap that they don't like, but it's not gonna hurt them. At most, you know, it's gonna be, well, why did that happen? What did I do wrong there? You know, oh, it must have been that one thing that I did that the human immediately got really, really angry looking. Is this lap still good, by the way? Hey, we're on a good lap. We're on a good lap. Ooh! No, do not crash here. Do not crash now. Crash? Okay. Give me another one. How about another? Another. Happy now, Stu? 749.012. Yeah, I kind of need to do that. Start doing that on cars that I'm having. If we go on the grass and it slides, yeah. Oh no, I'm not trying to crash there. So I'm gonna play that on YouTube while I enter the time. There we go. And oops. Next up. This is not one that I'm really looking forward to. Is the 400 horsepower 400 horsepower BMW 320 Turbo Group 5 from 1978. I'm going to be turning the turbo up to maximum. So the gang of M3s after the M1 Pro car as well. Lovely. The M1 Pro. You don't want to fly to Turkey? Oh, did you get a Turkish Airlines advert? I won't be starting the lap straight away, so I mean you got a good 5 minutes or so, because I need to. I want to change this to that and do that. You like the Burning K ad? Yeah, I just realised I did some stupid stuff there, so I need to fix this. I put an ad and people left. Thanks, unsupported people who left the stream just because I played an ad. Or maybe because I sarcastically crashed. Not entirely sure why. Maybe they just don't like Group 5s. So if you're wondering why I was a bit scared of this thing, I'll show you when I get to this straight up here why I'm legitimately scared of this thing once I've got the wastegate pressure maxed. Okay, so we're going what? 120 kilometers an hour? There's 200. $220. 270. 'Don't think I necessarily need to crash because this thing... This thing is just insane. And I really don't mind going around most of the lap in first, just like gear. Or second or third, maybe even fourth gear. I wonder if YouTube actually counts people being in an ad as them leaving the stream. Could get the lap record in this. No, I know what car I'm gonna get the fastest lap before I go to the formulas. I don't. Whoa! This thing occasionally just decides it doesn't like being in a straight line anymore. Overbrake there. Turning Canadian. At least you're not turning French, Stu. This won't actually be as fast as the Le Mans prototypes. It just looks insanely fast and just has stupid acceleration. How many gears? Does this have a 6th gear? No, it doesn't. Okay, here we get to find out how fast this thing can really go. Almost 180 miles an hour. Okay! So that's about, what, 170-ish miles an hour currently. So once I can get this thing onto a straight, I can just open it up. The issue is cornering this thing. Because it really likes understeering. And of course, with the amount of power in it, oversteer is definitely a thing as well. Whoa. Really hard to decide where I want to brake for some of these corners. Case in point. And that's exactly why it's hard for me to decide where I want to brake. Because if I don't brake enough, I'm going to be going in way too hot. If I brake too much, I'm going to be trying to go backwards. Stupid. Why do I get this feeling this is a turbocharged V12? Didn't bother checking the actual statistics on this car. It feels an awful lot. It sounds and feels an awful lot like a V12. So we're still good for the stop, yes? Yes. It's gonna be a 7. I really like how the wires and cables inside the dashboard are actually wobbling around as well. Really gives a bit of a sense of realism to it. Let's try and get some donuts going. Let's see if we can get some donuts going. Yes, the Group 5 cars are particularly good for donuts because the 80 slicks actually allow for a whole bunch of whoops. I blew the engine, I think. Yeah. Wonderful. So that's a 713 13.171. I'm gonna call that another good lap. Which means YouTube gets a celebratory ad so that I can make a tiny bit of money. And I can put that in. Next up for Project Hell is going to be the BMW M1 Pro car, and I actually need to write down what car is after this. M3 E30 Group A, and then after that the M3 GT. I wasn't expecting to go through these cars quite as quickly today. This is what I'm really looking forward to. This thing. The Bentley Speed 8. Top speed is just over 200 miles an hour, but it's just power. And if we go down here, this thing. Top speed of almost 400 kilometers an hour. And it's just insane. It is wonderfully insane. But this is our next car, the BMW M1 Pro car. Thank you very much. In full speed spec. Full. I'm guessing low downforce. Well, high downforce, low drag configuration, I guess. With a good gearing, you can get this thing up to 333 kilometers an hour, or just over 210 miles an hour ish. 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, 60 to 0 in 2.04, so the brakes are reasonable, not as good as the acceleration. I am going to, however, take a quick break and run away very quickly, because I need to do. I need to go to the toilet. So I'll just throw on some music for you guys, just while I run off. I'm back. I need to turn off the music. That's distracting in every single way when I'm trying to do this stream. This single stream in particular, just Project Hell. Also, I'm gonna fix that slightly. Just do this, little nudge. Better. So, next car on the agenda. BMW M1 Pro car from 1981 with a straight 6. What kind of engine did the 320 have? A straight 4. Wow, did not sound like a 4-cylinder. So let's just get straight into the Hey Faye, how you doing today? So we go from the mega quick to the not so quick. And also my chair's after sliding back a bit, so I'm probably not in the best of seating positions right now. So this is the BMW M1 Pro car driving around the Nurburgring as quickly as I possibly can. Took a big jump into GE last night, so you're slowly getting to grips with it. Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to, I must admit. The hardest part I found was getting used to actually moving around in GE. Once you get the hang of that, you can figure most other things out. I remember the first time I tried driving this, and up until fairly recently this was the case, was I just couldn't get to grips with this car at all. I think the issue was that I just wasn't letting it slide out a bit. That was not a good place to let it slide out a bit. Also, if I turn on the lights, you get them to pop up and down. Plan is hopefully to make your own little woodside. That's a good idea, Faye. Don't ever try and jump into like making your own map from scratch straight away. That is just bad idea. Just want to do a bit of tinkering here. That'll do, I guess. I'm gonna have a bit of chocolate as well. I mean, you've seen how small it can be, Faye. It can literally just be, oh, I want this in here, and there's an edit. Have I played Assetto Corsa? If so, what do the two compare like? I have both. Assetto Corsa has more of a hardcore sim feel to it. If you've ever played iRacing, the physics are very similar to Assetto Corsa. The force feedback on Assetto Corsa is much better than Project Cars. I actually think the weakest bit of Project Cars is force feedback. The weakest bit of Assetto Corsa is probably the carless and lack of updates that it gets. I mean, it's kind of, do you want more hardcore sim feel, or do you want more cars? Because the physics in Project Cars are kind of sim-cadey. I personally like that. There are people out there who play nothing but iRacing and say, oh, Project Cars is too arcadey for me. There's people who play iRacing and Assetto Corsa and Project Cars and say all three have their I'm using iRacing just as kind of, it's the biggest sim at the moment for racing. I think all three games have their own good points. iRacing's best if you want nothing but online. Assetto Corsa is great if you want to just practice and throw yourself around. A very realistic laser scan version of the Nurburgring. Project Cars is great if you want to just thrash a bunch of cars, including a DW12 around whatever track you like. And one thing I really like about Project Cars is the prices of the DLC. That's Sliding My Studios, I think, has nailed DLC prices for Project Cars. Stu has got CPDM. You suck so bad, just as well as the Freers. Yeah, CPDM is quite. I actually have Automobilista, which is the I believe it's from the same lots too. If I gotta check, I want to check this now. Because I want to check if I'm actually factually correct here, so bear with me a moment. Yes, that's what I want. This is by Riza. Copa Petrobras de Marcas is a sim that's based on R Factor 1. Which means it does have very realistic physics and whatnot. I don't know why there's mixed reviews. The most helpful have been all good. The most recent are mainly good. It's not the best game you've ever played. Well, is it the best free game you ever played? Oh my god, there's somebody complaining because it's not a very good free game. Cheap R Factor knockoff notes and R Factor mod, essentially. But I have, if I just go up here and swap to this from that, I have Automobilista, which, if you look at the store page, this is by Riza Studios as well, same bunch, but this is a much more modern version. So you have your Copa Petrobras cars, you have I think they're more CPDM cars. You also have some Formula 3 cars, but in Formula 3, you have totally not V8 supercars. Totally not V8 supercars. You have totally not Formula 1 cars. That is most definitely not a Red Bull. That is totally not a Sauber. That is totally not a McLaren. Nope. You have Mitsubishi Lancer Racing on dirt tracks for some reason. Formula V, super trucks, which are stupid. That's some sort of prototype car. I really don't understand this car at all. Mini Coopers, more super trucks, go-karts. You can do some rallying apparently, some stock cars. There, the Lancers again. Totally not a 1970s Formula 1 car right there. Totally not. Late 70s Formula 1. This is totally, definitely 110% not early 2000s era Formula 1. Back with the V10s. I mean, that's totally not a Renault. That's totally not McLaren. That's totally not a Sauber. Totally not a Jordan there. And totally not a BAR. And yes, I do actually know the Formula 1 cars that quickly. That is, I believe, the Formula V10. Yeah, I think this is the Formula V10. Or because I got a bunch of different Formula cars. That is a Formula V12. That could be a Formula class. No, it's a Formula V10. This is a V12 Formula 1 car. I mean, not a V12 Formula 1 car. Again, totally not a V8 supercar. I think that's not a V8 supercar. It's really good for €37. Currently, it's not bad. Yes, it's in early access. I got it, technically speaking, for free because I already owned game Stock Car Extreme. Literally the same game, they just rebranded it and re-released it because they've got more stuff in it than ever. As you can see, a lot of the they've actually got some different screenshots. How nice. Some of the screenshots are the same, some are different. It's literally the same game, just different name. And Stu's better at Race Room. I suck so bad at Race Room. I just suck so bad at R3E. So let's get back to... Ooh. Why is the stream lagging? In Xbox One, so you only got Project Cars, Forza, and Assetto Corsa to come. That's fine, Sykes. Right now, I would say Project Cars is the best of the three. Assetto Corsa needs more content. Why is... Something isn't right. What's going on here with XSplit wonking out like that? Something is causing an issue. Yeah, something's causing a major issue. I'm not dropping frames, but I'm not capturing many either. Is it that I set a desktop capture up? Just turn off the button. No. Ready Cars. I may need to just relaunch Project Cars. Let's try that. Yes. I am aware of current frame rate issues, or potential current frame rate issues. So just bear with me. Because I think the issue is within Project Cars itself. Yep, the issue is with Project Cars. I think it might have developed a memory leak. That wasn't necessarily good. So, what are we on now? The BMW M1 Pro car. Here's hoping I don't get mega lag again. Huh. Minor issues is all now. And that's why I have the stream preview open at all times. It's the spot when the actual input is lagging. So, apologies for that. Let's get back to the BMW M1 Pro car. Come to think of it, did it save those changes I made to it? Yes, it did.
Go, go, go.
So I'm a bit lower than I normally would be. Just because my chair sank and this is actually slightly more comfortable as it turns out. Especially for like racing. I know the only thing that I'm actually racing at the moment is time. So I am doing proper, well, my own personal version of heel toe. Which technically speaking isn't correct, but it works for me. I'm gonna try for proper heel toe coming through here. Like, I can do proper heel toe, it's just my own personal version. Works with my... I think every person who does heel toe has their own little version that they do. There's no like set... There's no set heel toe method that is the best. Dang it, the car just decided not to turn there. The hell is that emote? I think my eyesight's starting to go wonky now, so... Santa, it does not look like that. I'm gonna reset the no, I'm gonna reset the setup back to default. Default setup seems to be a lot more performance based.
Go, go, go.
So yeah, this is probably the best setup I can get. Ooh, that's why I normally brake. That's a demonstration, if needed, that braking is usually a good idea coming up through that corner. Because quite commonly the car gets a bit of an idea of its own. Also, I am actually using, I've just noticed, a near perfect FOV for myself, because my hand is pretty much covering up the hand on screen. So my hand is more or less covering up where the hand is on the monitor, which means I've got pretty good form in terms of where my hands actually are on the wheel. Come on, turn in, there we go. So just a reminder that I am in fact manually shifting gears, which is why there's occasionally loud, very very loud noises. Like that. I don't know what's going through the mic, but it should be like a number of very loud bangs all at once. That's me slamming the clutch, changing gear and slamming the accelerator, all in that little gap of time. Especially on downshifts. Downshifts are fun. Whoops. With what my mic picks up, you hope I don't fart. Is it really that bad? I can turn it down a bit. Let's just give it a nudge down like that. Because remember, I'm having to guess this. I don't do test streams and such. What do I want to change here? Something wasn't right. What was it? What? Let's actually put the final drive there. See if I can get any more performance out of it. Oh, I remember what I wanted to see if I could change now. Sorry about this. Oh, that was completely pointless.
Go, go, go.
I wanted to see if it gets softer tires. Answer is no. So this BMW M1 Pro car, not exactly something that I'm comfortable driving. This is kind of on the edge of my comfort zone in terms of grip levels. There's plenty of cars to come, at least 3 I can think of, maybe even 4 or 5 that I'm just not comfortable driving. I think Project Cars might have updated the other day. Need to double check. I think there might have been a patch during the week. There we go. This thing just loves to understeer. So this, the M1 Pro car is the exact, pretty much the polar opposite of the 2002 Stanceworks. In the Stanceworks 2002, that loved oversteering at all times. This thing just loves to pull itself out towards the edge of the track. I have to put in a lot of steering input to get it to turn properly, which means that this out of the question. Trying to do that full throttle in this thing is just asking for trouble. This is I don't really, yes, maybe, no. That should answer all questions. Ever. I'm really sorry that I'm quiet today. Why was that knocking? When I was going around the carousel, that was my force feedback kicking at me. Unless somebody knocked at the door that I couldn't hear. If it was very rhythmical, that was the force feedback through the carousel. Whoops, ground the gearbox. No abuse of the cat today. That's because I'm the only one in today. My mother's gone getting her hair done. Her hair done. My sister's at work. They'll arrive in at about 4 o'clock probably. Except it's 20 past 4 now, isn't it? So no, they won't arrive in at about 4 o'clock. They'll arrive in eventually. And most likely let the cat in and then there'll be problems. Tire temps are doing good. Ish. I prefer them to be higher, but I mean, there's not enough turning in this circuit to really get. I don't think there's actually enough corners in the Nurburgring to get enough temperature into these tires. There we go, now I can talk again. Whew. I really hate that section. Especially in a car that I'm not 100% confident of the grip in. That corner's fine because I can take it in most cars now. It's just that technical section towards the start. Oh, that was nasty. That's so good though. I don't know if I actually explained it. The session best on the top left hand corner of the screen, when that lights up with a time, that means I have set a time. Until such a time as that happens, I'll be circulating the track and hoping for the best. Don't need to shift down, don't need to shift down. Power out of it, there we go. Down to second for this. Nice and slow. That was a nice apex. Would have preferred if I got the second bit of the corner correct as well, but I do realise, by the way, that I take some odd lines through some of these corners. Such as here where I suddenly get really tied up to this one. That's just by choice. It's not like a like specific reason for it. Some of these corners I intentionally late apex, some of them I intentionally early apex. And it's just the way that I kind of feel with the car. This one, I usually early apex it, but apparently late apexing this time. Through the carousel with the knocking. Through here, this corner is a bit tough because sometimes you'll arrive in a bit too hot. This one is fine. It's just a reasonably simple chicane. Once you get out of there, you're kind of launched into one of the faster parts of the track, and probably one of the most technical sections. This is quite difficult to get right. Just because so many of the corners have weird cambers. Like this one, the camber goes towards you and then away. Yeah, that's the third gear corner in this thing. That one's second. I've completely missed the apex. This lap is still good and it looks like it'll be a 7 something. Looks like we'll get a 7 something here. And the next car's an M3. I might have to take a break just to leave my G27 cool down a small bit, so added chat interaction for 5 or 10 minutes, I guess. Good lap. 714,616. The actual number of the beast. And wow! Okay. So, little thing here. The BMW 320 Turbo Group 5, which had limited top speed but tons of acceleration, this car, which looks insane, did the lap in 7 minutes 13.171 seconds. The BMW M1 Pro car, which is newer but has less power, I believe, 480, I think it actually has more. Yes, it does. Has more power, is newer, and has a higher top speed, but less downforce. As you can see, there's a big downforce difference there. So this is 7:13.171. 7 minutes 14.616. There's 1.5 seconds difference around the ring between these two laps, which basically means they've got exactly the same performance. 1.5 seconds around the Nurburgring is literally nothing. So next up is going to be the BMW M3 E30 Group A, one of the most famous cars in the world. Oh, originally driven by Derek Bell, apparently. This is one of the true Group A superstars, and one of the true, just one of the true legends of touring car, of motor racing, is the BMW M3 E30. It's a rally legend, it's a Group A legend, it's a road legend, it's a tuning legend. It's up next, right after this break, for a few minutes while I get everything done. Did I really like that little intro to the E30? Hey Simeon! Whoops. The M1 Pro car. I'm still kind of amazed that I'm getting so many laps that are like I've got two. I think I've got two in the 640s. I've got the 710 to 720 region seems to be the most congested right now. Because we got at 710 the Audi R8 LMS Ultra, that's a GT3 car. At 713, by the looks of it, is next on that list. Yes, at 713 we got the 320 Group 5. At 714 we got the M1 Pro car, and then at 717, where did I see it? The V8 Vantage GTE. And then there's a 725 I'm seeing, a 728. So it looks like 7 to 7.5 minutes is the most common grouping of cars there. It's an interesting little factoid. Is apparently I can pull 7 to 7.5 minute laps of the Nurburgring out of my ass. I've taken off my headphones and my hat just for a second to cool down a small bit. I'm leaving. If you're wondering why I'm just stopping temporarily, I'm not stopping for the day. No. We're going for a while yet. Or we will be going for a while yet. If you're wondering why I'm just taking a short break at the moment, number one, it's try and crack me back. Number two, and kind of the bigger issue, is just so that number two, it's not the bigger issue. I'll get to the biggest issue in number three. Number two, just want to take a short break. Just so that I don't hurt myself somehow, because knowing my luck I would. And number three, most importantly, the G27 is really hot right now, and I'm just leaving it try to cool down a bit. Because I've got a feeling the E30 is going to require a lot of movement to the G27. So let's have a look at what's coming up, hopefully later today. So we'll have the E30 Group A up next. Then we'll follow that up with the M3 GT3. Why didn't they just call it the MGT3? Mainly because MGT3 sounds terrible. Then we've got the... I haven't used the new Homer stuff in Farm Sim yet, so haven't loaded the game. Still kind of angry at it. Then we've got the M3 GT4, so we'll have GT3 followed by GT4. And then we'll have something a bit different. An LP900 car. BMW V12 LMR, which has a top speed of 350 kilometers an hour. That's going to be a fun one. After that, we'll have the Z4 GT3 and the Bentley Continental GT3, and then the Bentley Speed 8. After that, one of the new cars that came with the American race car DLC. This is the Cadillac ATS-V.R GT3. Apparently I'm choking on air. 500 horsepower, good lord. Bentley Continental is... That's Z for you idiot. This is a Bentley Continental GT3. It is a rather beautiful car. Looks every bit the Bentley that it should. Sounds nothing like a Bentley. Imagine, if you will, a thunderstorm in an echo chamber. That's the Bentley Continental GT3 in a nutshell. That's what that thing sounds like. I mean, it looks beautiful, but it sounds like a storm in an echo chamber. This is the car I'm waiting for the most. Bentley Speed 8, 625 horsepower. There were only like 3 of these ever made, and they were all entered into Le Mans 2003, 2003. I could have said. This thing is beautiful. It's basically an Audi with a new cover on it. It's basically Audi R8 with a new body shell. But it was intentionally made better than the Audi R8 by Audi. Partially as an experiment to see what the closed cover would be. Partially because there was a reason and they entered Bentley for a year. Oh dear. So after the Cadillac, well, after the Bentley Speed 8, after my absolute car that I'm looking forward to the most for now, we enter my version of hell with the Cadillac ATS VR, followed by a NASCAR. This is a NASCAR. It's apparently a 1990 spec NASCAR. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's got 4 gears. It's got 4 gears and a V8. That's all you need to know. After the NASCAR, oh, we get a little bit of respite with the Caterham SP300R. This, that's the NASCAR again. Thank you, game. This thing is a mini prototype. It's a straight 4, manufactured 2012. High top speed, reasonable acceleration, fairly light, so it should perform reasonably well around the Nurburgring. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to stick to the ground, but it'll perform. I'll get it around. And then we get to the 2 cars that I'm most terrified of. The Caterham 7 Classic and the Caterham Superlight R500. These things have absolutely no bloody performance at all. I'm terrified of them, and I can't wait to get rid of them. After that, we go to the Chevrolet Corvette C7R, which is another GT3 car. And then we get the car that I am definitely 100% looking forward to the most, because that's going to be a one-hit wonder. It is going to be a one-lap wonder. The Dallara DW12 IndyCar in road course specifications. Complete with special 100th running of IndyCar. Of the Indy 500 100th running of the Indy 500 livery. I'm not even sure what kind of engine it has. Can I want to check. Select car. Open wheel. Dallara DW12. Yes. So you can go for the 100th Indy 500 number 1. The Tag Heuer number 2. The Zippenal Racing Team number 3. Or 4. The Pais Motorsports 5. The Team Bale 6. Brooks. Albert Racing Shocks. There's some nice paint jobs here. I like that one, the 15. 16 isn't bad. 20 is okay. 24 is a bit crap. 25 is eh. 27 is just a budget Mercedes Formula 1 livery. Also a budget Formula 1 livery. That's a Texaco. It's basically a Texaco livery. That's... I mean, it's not bad. But there's actually quite a few liveries there. And of course I could make my own if I really wanted to and just have funny shapes everywhere. But going down here to the SMS things, the Formula A is going to be... Did I see a Renault somewhere back here? Like, did I see a sponsorship that was claiming Renault? Oh, Perot. Oh yeah, because these are fake Formula 1 liveries, aren't they? That's quite clearly supposed to be Williams. That's lovely, Panasonic. Well done. Formula B cars are quite nice as well. Formula C is just a Formula 3 car. I mean, it's quite blatant. Formula Rookie is Formula Ford. Formula Gulf 1000 is actually a real class, apparently. And they're just Formula 1000 cars. That'll be fun, I think. Formula Rookie. Or the Formula Gulf. This is these are some of the cars that I'm terrified of. The Cooper Climax Type 25. Is that... Yeah, this is a Formula 1 car, actually. I was kind of scared of. This isn't one that I'm too scared of. The Type 25 does not like corners too much, but it can corner. The Type 38 is not one that I'm particularly looking forward to, because this thing is an Indy car and has 2 gears. It literally has 2 gears. I'm not even making that up. It's got high gear and super high gear. So once I get up to speed in that thing, I will just be in 2nd gear cruising. The Type 49 is probably one of the most famous Formula 1 cars in the world. I think there should be a Jim Clark livery somewhere in here. No? The 5 and 6 cars. That's one of the most famous, just one of the most famous Formula 1 cars in the world. The 49C in Classic Team Lotus livery number 2 in particular is what I'm more used to. There was a dark blue and white one run by a Scottish team, I believe. I'm just showing off my knowledge now. The Type 51... This is a Formula Ford. This is an old Formula Ford back in the day. And the 72, of course, is... I've just noticed that it's Team Lotus JPS. I'm honestly surprised they managed to get away with that. Because that's Team Lotus John Player Special. That's tobacco. Obviously, they'd get away with it if it's JPS. Interesting. And Lotus 78, which is just under Team Lotus now, despite the fact that it's clearly JPS still. I wonder, is that something that was supposed to be taken out? Because I'm sure they were supposed to just say, like, classic Team Lotus. This is... This I think is from the time after everything and all the things. That's me wheel feeding. I think I can get away with it now. So that's all the time wasting done. Oh yeah, this is something I'm definitely not looking forward to. An actual modern NASCAR. Complete with googly moogly tires. Let's get back to the BMWs. Just when it looked like I'd made tons of progress. Nope. Back to BMW. I do have all the DLCs as well for Project Cars, so every car that has been released I own. Which may not be a good thing. Alright, let's get going properly. This car is just refusing to turn in. Whoa, there we go. So let's this thing is it's just not behaving. I'm gonna have to kind of crawl this around to try and make sure that I don't buckle the bonnet. Oh, this thing has a dog box. I don't actually need to use the clutch. Dog box, by the way, is a gearbox that you don't need to clutch. All you have to do is take your foot off the throttle like that. You can swap gears. And going down the gears, you can obviously just flip it and it'll go down for you as well. More DLC looks nice. Which, I've heard a lot of people saying that. I've heard a lot of people saying that it's kind of setting a high expectation for FS17. But I don't know if that expectation can be met. I have a feeling this is going to be a difficult lap to actually do. Because, well, the car doesn't seem to want to actually turn at all for any corner. Possibly have gone with soft tires if they're available, but let's see what happens if I keep it a medium. See what happens if I stick with a medium. I can swap to soft if I really need to, but I think I should be able to do this. The tires I've got and some weird braking. Also clutch because I'm just not comfortable with the back box. You're gonna harvest some taters. Alright, see you out. I know this isn't the most exciting stream of the week, but it's a challenge that I want to set myself. And I will eventually be racing in this slot. That sounds like it's... no? Okay. If the game wants to allow that, I can completely deal with it. So if you're just tuning in, this is Project Hell, the aim of the game. Well, this is Project Cars. This is my own personal challenge, Project Hell. The aim of this game is to bring every car around in Project Cars around the Nurburgring. In the top right hand corner you will see a session best sign, that or session best time. It's currently 4 dashes. Means I have not set a time yet. As soon as that gives me a time, I am calling the car successful. And moving on to the next vehicle. That's it's the lap round. I'm gonna try and swap to soft tires if I can. No, why call it slick medium if there's only slick medium available? What can I do? Let's raise the downforce. A click. Let's speed up the steering a lot, because I do like my steering to be tight. And let's just nudge fifth gear. Let's just lengthen out fourth and fifth gears a small bit. And tickle the tickle?
Go, go, go!
Just mess with the overall final gear ratio as well. I think that might have done a thing. Let's see what happens once it gets us in corners. See what happens when I get to some corners and actually have warm tires. Let's reset this. I want to real quick just check some stuff. I want to check my emails, which I'm using Firefox for chat and stuff today, so I can't actually do everything all at the same time. Okay, that's the thing. I think I can do that without anything negative happening. I'll just be a bit paranoid. Yep. Check that out. Awesome. I said check, not a different word that might have sounded like. I died. Yes, I died hard. Oh. I'm gonna play an ad real quick on YouTube because I've been kind of neglecting ads the last few days. I wish you could play one on Twitch as well for the one person apparently watching on Twitch. I wish you could play ads there as well. Nothing against you personally, viewer on Twitch. But kind of I would like some extra cash monies because I'm broke. To the apparently 5 people watching on YouTube, thank you very much for being awesome and hopefully turning off your ad blocks. Ad blockers. Oh, come on back. Crack. I'm gonna have to punch myself in the back. There's like this one spot in my back that is super tight. It's just refusing to do anything. Nope. Just not gonna happen, I don't think. I'm just gonna hang for a second like this. The same 2 minutes unskippable? Okay, YouTube, stop screwing about now, please. I've literally told you, and I've got my ad settings open. Non-skippable video ads are not supposed to be a thing, YouTube. Nivo, is there any way for you to or for me to like tell YouTube there's a problem with ads? Like a legit problem, not just I don't like ads. You get no ads, Nivo gets all of the same ad. So we said this entirely.
Go, go, go.
I'm struggling with this car and I don't know why. Okay, so that time I just wasn't paying attention. So what I'm gonna do is grab this pillow real quick, shove it down behind me so that I'm gonna shove forward a small bit. I've got a plan here, don't worry. Got a plan. That's much more comfortable, yes. That was totally my plan. Yes, my plan was to do a half down and then come on. There we go. There we go, we're now powering on. Pretty sure that was sideways, but doesn't particularly matter. This thing has great acceleration. It's actually, the grip levels are really weird. So Nurburgring was asking me to do something the other day, and it was to just use the clutch when I'm braking instead of heel toe. And the reason I don't usually do that is because heel toe allows me to balance the car. I told him this, you know, but it's good knowledge to have. Heel toe allows you to balance the car as you're going down through the gears. Whereas brake and clutch, you don't quite have the same ability to balance. Okay, I died again. I just want to check real quick, because I do have to go back to get an Audi eventually. I just want to check if there was a patch recently. Discussions. Somebody's complaining that there's a cheater in Project Cars. That like somebody's abused the systems and whatnot. It's just like, well, yeah, that's kind of what happens when you don't run anti-cheats. Have I managed to break Project Cars again? Yes, I have. Well done, me. So I need to close Project Cars down again, because I've broken it. That gives me a chance to check for new update potentially. Any new potential updates. So that should fix it. Yep. I want to try and... Can I close... Can I do this? Close all windows. So let's open up the desktop view again. Here's the Project Cars website. And Luis Rivera from Ohio won a playseat, which is one of those, which would be awesome if I had one bothered to enter the competition. It would be more awesome if I had chat open. Game of the Year edition. Oh yeah, I never mentioned this. Project Cars is bringing out a Game of the Year edition in May. No, at some point later this year. And the Game of the Year edition, I don't know if like it's going to be possible to buy this stuff normally, but an additional 50 cars, which are probably the DLCs, 4 tracks, so you got, well, tracks were added. You have the Stansworth track expansion that came with Bannock Bray, Classic Lotus track expansion which came with Rouen Sart, Aston Martin which came with Brands Hatch, and Ruapuna Speedway, which came with the Audis. So that's 4 tracks. Okay. 500 plus features improvements that have been added since launch, so that's basically it's a patched version. The game of the year additional feature Nurburgring Combined, which I really want, and I will redo Project Hell if Nurburgring Combined as a thing. Especially if they allow the VLN outlap. VLN outlap is you just cut off the entire Nordschleife. Because you go out from the Nurburgring GP Strecke pit lane, and you go around the bit of the GP Strecke that is in the combined layout. It's not a full GP circuit, it is like cut in half or something like that. There's a large section cut out. And the VLN outlap cuts out the Nordschleife itself. Just so that you don't have a 10-minute outlap. Or 20-minute outlap. It doesn't in fact look like... It looks like there wasn't actually an update since US came out. I want to check actually I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to swap to Facecam in a moment. Because I want to check to see... And yes, I'm using Firefox today. I want to check to see something real quick. Because I never actually posted about that bug with the Audi, and I want to just check where it is that I can report bugs. General discussion. Okay. Okay, apparently I gotta register. Gotta register. Put me spammy. Well, my main email account, I guess. There's a thing. SNMQAY. Receive email from admin. Yes. I have read and complete. The string you entered for your image verification. That's because it wasn't a... Okay, 6 AT 4. You saw 23k prestige gunner. Nice. I would lay money on them actually rushing to gunner if they're 23k prestige like that. Now can I complete the registration? Yes, and now I need to check my emails to get the thingy. The reason that I'm literally taking a part of the stream to register with the forum for Project Cars is I want to do a quick Google search. Or a quick search of the forum. To see if there is an issue, a known issue with the Audi R8. I don't think there is. I don't think there is a bug reporting forum for Project Cars, which is a bit odd. Multiplayer bug reports. Known issues. This is what I want. Okay. So let's see. Known issues. Speed limiter problems after pit stop. Yellow flags not showing up. Little jump starts don't get penalised. I actually abuse the living daylights out of that when I'm doing races. AI ghosting through player, that irritates me. Car slow down bottom out in certain parts of the Mojave banking. I didn't notice that. Supercart AI has issues at Oldham Park Turn 1. Never tried supercarts at Oldham Park. I'll actually bring the straight over here and move all my stuff back over to the other screen. So I was wondering what you were doing, Niv. I kind of thought that you were playing Skyforge, but I wasn't sure. So let's go back to scene 1. So here's the known issues thread of the forum. This is, where is it? This one, little jump starts don't get penalised. That's one I abuse a lot. That's a bug I abuse, I will admit. Audi performance not optimal. New drivers apparently. Cars missing in replays. Nights are too bright. I kind of think that as well. The nights do seem a bit too bright. Cars crash into invisible obstacles. That's the one. I bet. Hey Ford, how you doing? So oh, these are actually legit crashes that people have. I'm good. I'm trying to figure out if you're wondering what exactly I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out if Slightly Mad Studios actually knows about the audio bug that I've got, or that I've been experiencing. If it does, if they don't, I will have to make a short video, just showing them what's going on. Audi R8 V10. Hitting the pit wall at several tracks on exit. That's no. They still haven't fixed that. Le Mans pit exit. If you're in the wrong pit box, and this is something the game decides, there are certain pit boxes where if you're in them, the player all cars will crash. Homer is out on Steam. Yes, it released on Steam about 5 minutes after I finished the stream last night. Floating skid marks is a really irritating bug. And I don't think it's a bug, I think it's something that they kind of knew was happening and don't particularly care about. Dip and flip bug. Do you know what? That was a bit of fun. Do you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm actually going to turn off desktop. It should be loading. Yes. I'm going to do something that I haven't done ever. In a video or on stream or anything. I've done it like once or twice off everything. Let's see if there's a community event on. Outside the oval, we're at the Ford Fusion. What track? I'm actually online on Steam, yes! Gonna try and take the highest. There we go. I can't use that ghost. I'm gonna use this ghost, and I want to be in the top 50. This is a legitimate community event, so there's a lot of super fast people here. I'm gonna take 50th place as well. I think I'm gonna use one ghost. At Sonoma. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So what I'm doing is. This is dumb. This is dumb, but so what this is, I'm gonna need to this is hot lapping Sonoma in the NASCAR. Nope. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to skip forward a bit in Project Hell. Because I want to do a car that I'm going to have a lot of fun with. And that I know will only take like 1 or 2 attempts. This one. So I'm just going to quickly write down just W12. So for those of you who thought the Aston Martin prototype was insane, just wait. Just wait. Okay, are we all ready? Are we all ready for this? I'll be returning to the BMWs in a minute, but this is just to gain my sanity back. Are we ready to see how stupid this thing is? In 3, 2, 1. Look at the speed. This is my idea of fun. 300 kilometers an hour. And let's just go through this corner super quick. So I've been talking for the last couple of weeks about how stupid this thing is, how crazy the DW12 actually is. I think you now get the idea. And now for the really dumb bit. Oh, it didn't work! Apparently I didn't have the tyres right up to temperature just yet. Oh, I was being a bit too aggressive. Probably the latter, to be honest. This thing just wants to go. Cares nothing for gravity, it just wants to stick to the ground and go really, really fast. Why did I brake there? I didn't need to brake. So what does everybody think of the DW12? Because I'm still not really pushing it too hard. Although if you didn't already guess, this is going to be a lap where the main lap is going to be one where I'm completely silent. Because this thing is just throwing the track at me super fast. At least for this straight I get like 20 or 30 seconds of a breather before the car starts throwing this track at me again. Got up near 200 miles an hour. 294 kilometers an hour. 296 and we're just gonna go around the corner like it's like ain't no thing. The brakes in this are amazing. The throttle is just turning on a rocket underneath it. This thing is, by any definition, a rocket ship. So we're a minute and a half lap into the lap. And we're already up to here. This is usually 2 to 3 minutes work in most cars, if not a bit more. So if you didn't guess by this, I'm an open wheel specialist. I much prefer open wheel cars to most closely opposite cars. So I ruined the lap. I ruined the lap. Oh well, that means I get another chance of insanity. Because this thing I can just cruise around in 6th. Easy. I thought that might have been a good idea, but it wasn't. Again, one of those, I thought it seemed like a good idea at the time moments. Okay, let's go back to the pits. And
Go.
it's just a bit of driving like this. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. got an idea. I don't know how well this is gonna work. I got an idea. This I definitely need to be in the cockpit for. I want my Motec readings to be this. So how do you do with less downforce? Around here. Yeah. That's a lot more like it. Yeah, screw it. Screw it, I'm not gonna go to the deal with it. I'm just struggling to get some sort of a rhythm today. I think I'm gonna actually leave it here for today. A full hour earlier than I'd kind of like. But I'm just gonna get nowhere because I'm kind of tired. I didn't sleep particularly well last night, as I usually do. I know I never sleep well. Didn't sleep well last night. My bald spot has increased. That's a new bit. And yeah, you can see that my hair is thinning quite drastically. Didn't sleep well last night. I'm tired. I'm just gonna get nowhere with Project Cars today. So I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Some progress was made. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars done today, which isn't bad. It's not as good as I'd liked, but it's not bad. Hopefully next week I'll have slept better and we'll get even more progress than that. So thank you all once again for coming. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.